All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we need to do next here. So we need to go and let's spawn the floor, and then let's spawn the player here. So let's go to function, we'll call this spawn floor, and we will go ahead and do exactly that. So we'll say floor is equal to sk sprite node, and we're going to add in a UI color and a CG size here. Now, I recommend not adding in custom floors. It's not like it's harder or that hard to add in your own objects or your own art to the floor. It's just a lot easier to do it without art. All right. So in this case here, let's go and let's say that the UI color is the off-white color. And the size is going to be, and this is what we need to do with the size here, is going to be a CG size. And what we can do is we can say that this is self.frame.width. Okay, so it gets the width. Okay, and the height, well, let's say it's 250. Okay, so we've added in a color and a size here. Let's add in the floor dot position is equal to CG point, because that's our position, and we need a width and or an x and a y. And in this case, we're going to go to CG rect get mid x self dot frame, and then this is going to be, and the y here we could say CG rect get m I n as in Nancy y self dot frame min y. Okay, let's add in the floor again, and this floor we're going to add in a physics body. Okay, make that equal to sk physics body. So anytime you want to have any kind of collisions, you have to add in a physics body, and then we're going to go to rectangle of size. We're going to go to floor dot size. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to an exclamation point. Okay, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in floor dot physics body here dot affected by gravity is equal to false, and then we're going to also do floor dot physics body dot dynamic is equal to true. Okay, and we also have to add in the floor dot name is equal to floor name. It's good to add it in just in case you need to use it later on. Sometimes you don't use the name, sometimes you do. Sometimes you set up functionality within your, when you set up your sprites, that you may or may not use later. It's easier to kind of prototype and solve problems if you do it this way. So we're going to go to self.addChild, and we're going to add in the floor. All right. So there we go. Now before we move on, let's go and let's add in a couple of things here. So let's make sure that the game scene here is using a couple of items. So we're going to say sk physics contact delegate, and in our did move to view, we need to do a few things. We're going to need to say self.background color is equal to off black color, so we're going to add in that black color here. What we're also going to do is we're going to go to self.physics body is equal to and physics body. Okay, and what we need to do is, for example, is we need to add in a constant here. We're going to say let physics body is equal to sk physics body. Okay, and then we're going to go to edge loop form rect, or from rect, and we're going to say self.frame, and then we're going to say let is physics body. Okay, and we'll go ahead and we'll add that in here. Now what we could do is we could say physics body frame, and that way you know which one it is. Physics body frame. Okay, and that's going to set so that the blocks don't kind of move outside the screen. Okay, so there we go, and this concludes the tutorial.